My name is Devon Moree, and I volunteer here as the composting coordinator at the Columbus Botanical Gardens. Composting is really important to me for a couple reasons. One of them is trying to work with the environment and not working against it. It's really important that we find a way to keep our waste cycle cyclical, and keeping our waste out of landfills and into composting puts it back into the garden to go back into the soil that grows the vegetables and fruits for us and our produce. Compost, if you're not familiar, is living soil. It's living, healthy soil that's full of microbials, that's full of other really healthy nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, magnesium, just other really important minerals and nutrients that are within our soil that helps plant grow to their fullest potential. What sparked my interest in community composting? I'd have to say it's the involvement with local residents, getting a chance to interact with their community garden and see what their contributions actually do here on the grounds and how their contributions help us. Advice for someone who may be interested in composting: if you were going to get started, you could contact your local community garden, collect your food scraps at home, your vegetable ends, your fruit peels, bag them up, put them in the freezer, and then on designated drop-off days, you bring them to your garden where they'll compost for you. If you didn't have a community garden to compost with, you could always try doing it at home with a mix of leaves and other brown carbon-rich materials mixed in with your food waste that you save from the kitchen. So if you were going to bring things for a composting drop-off, you would bring things like eggshells, coffee grounds, tea bags, coffee filters, vegetable scraps, fruit peels, the odds and ends of all your cuttings from when you're making dinner. We also incorporate bread, rice, bran as well. Since April of this year, we have started our own composting drop-off program here at the garden. On Tuesdays, every Tuesday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., residents can bring their food waste that they've kept in the house to us at the garden, where we'll compost it here and make useful soil for our garden beds for all the vegetables that we grow for feeding the valley. Since we started our composting program in April, we've collected a total of 648 pounds of food waste. That's from 200 individual contributions from local residents, and that's an average of 3.5 pounds per contribution. We've made roughly about 200 pounds of compost that we plan to use in our garden beds and on the rose beds here along the garden as well. Another aspect of our composting program here at the garden is we're using it as an education tool. We have field trips that come here monthly, and we like to go over composting, the decomposition process with kids, to let them sift finished compost that's had a chance to cool, dig into active compost piles to see how hot they get and to see the breakdown of the food waste in real time. We're using it as a teaching opportunity to get younger kids interested in this and to show them the benefits for the garden and for their local community. Benefits like reducing food waste in landfills, which is going to impact methane emission, which is also going to impact the amount of land needed for our landfills. Whether they're expanding or having to get larger really has to do with how much residents are putting into those landfills, and reducing food waste is a major contributor. Most landfills hold up to 40% of food waste, so it makes a big impact. We get to turn that into useful soil that we don't actually have to purchase. It's really helpful for us, being a nonprofit entity, being able to take what's given to us as a donation, turn it into useful soil, and use it in our vegetable gardens for all the vegetables and produce that we grow for feeding the valley. I'd say my vision for our composting here at the garden is to focus on the educational value, to make it a hands-on interaction that members who visit the garden, children from field trips, can come and see the process, learn hands-on, and take part in something that has a real impact in their community.